everyone, good afternoon. My name is SECILLIA NOVENIA PRAMESTI and you can call me Cecil. Here, I will convey information about tourism economic in Indonesia. Tourism as a source of Indonesian economic income, we need to know how much tourism has an impact on the Indonesian economy. Okay, next, I would like to give the reason why this topic is worth to discussing. First, Indonesian tourism economy and various circumstances. It will be very interesting to know about the economical income. Besides that, second, this is also able to add to our knowledge about the composition of Indonesian tourism. Last, to help people find solution in a pandemic situation. I think economic tourism in Indonesia is important to pay more attention to. Than with this, we can add insight about economic tourism in Indonesia. And finally, of course, we can find out the right solution to deal with problem caused by with tourism economy. Therefore, I would like to bring the topic of the concept of tourism economic and its implementation in providing benefit on society for the future of the Indonesian economy. In this speech, there are two reasons why I choose this topic. First, I am interested in the Indonesian economy, especially in the field of tourism. Second, I am interested in the finding a solution or do something that can be done so as not to have future impact. Before moving on the main discussion, there are three main points I would like to bring to the surface. First, I will explain the definition of economic tourism and the concept of tourism economic. Second, I will discuss the type of economic and tourism and their relationship. Okay, and third, I will discussion benefit of tourism economic on the future of the Indonesia. Okay, first, let's discuss the definition of economic tourism and the concept of tourism economic. Economic is economic which in the science of research management the need to be able to prosper both individual, society, and the country later. The emergence of economic history began with the publication of the work of National by Adam Smith and began to grow rapidly. The economic itself is divided into the two types. Okay, the first is thematic and the second is paradigmatic. The definition of tourism itself is a recreational activity outside their daily residence of to escape from routine work or find another atmosphere by going to places that have never been visited and enjoying the beauty of place in various countries. Meanwhile, according to the World Tourism Organization itself, the definition of tourism is beyond the general perception of tourism as an activity that is limited to leisure. So, the relationship between the two is tourism-related activity to maximize research in the form of capital, human, and nature in the hope of optimizing maximum tourism product result in the form of good and service. Okay, Next, I will explain the type of tourism, economic, and the relationship between the two of them. First, cultural tourism in the trip carried out based on this desire to broaden the view of life and learn about the state of society, custom, way of life, culture, and art. Second, nature reserve tours, which are tours carried out by nature enthusiasts and lovers who like to photograph animals of type of wildlife and colorful flowers, tours that are protected by the government and the public, and are fairly found at various places. Okay, and last, pilgrimage tourism and certainly relate to religion, history, custom, and belief of people or group in society. Many pilgrimage tours are carried out by individual or group to holy place to the grave of great people and others. First, the traditional economic system, which is contained in people life that still tend to be traditional or ancient. They still produce their goods in simple way to make ends. Second, the socialist economic system. Namely, this economic system is run by the government as the holder of control in determining the factor of production. So, the number of goods produced and the means of production are controlled by the state. And last, the mixed economy system, which is a mixed market and certainly economic system, where the government and the private sector have the same role and proportion in developing the country. In essence, I'll talk the type of tourism and the type of economic at first glance have nothing to do with it. If we look deeper and in detail, we find that the two are very closely related. Namely, that whatever type of tourism is direct at the goal, the Indonesian economic and one of the legacy of fund for the Indonesia economic is tourism. That make them relate to each other. After we know what economic tourism in the type of tourism and the economic itself and the relationship between the two, let's look at the benefit of economic tourism itself for society and for the country. After discussing the type of tourism and economic and their connection, I would like to discuss the benefit of tourism economic. We can see the benefit of tourism economic for the community, of course, opening up jobs for the surrounding community. For example, being a tour guide, vehicle driver, even opening a business in the tourism sector, so that it can improve the regional economic and regional economic local community. Furthermore, the economic benefit of tourism for Indonesia itself can certainly attract investors to enter and invest in Indonesia. So, how much influence tourism has on the Indonesian economic can be said to be very influential. It can be seen from the current pandemic situation, which makes tourism a little difficult to develop and state revenues have decreased drastically. Okay. we can overcome this by continuing to open tourism that allow it to be opened with strict health protocol, and how we can attract tourists to enter and return to Indonesia tourism. I'll talk the type of tourism and the type of economic at first glance have nothing to do with it. When we look deeper and in detail, we find that they are very real, namely that various types of tourism, regardless of direction, are for the Indonesian economy, and that what make them relate to each other. Okay? And in conclusion, economic tourism is very influential on economic income in Indonesia. Even tourism is one on the largest source in Indonesia. It's just a matter of how we keep it growing and having a good impact on the income of the community and the state. That's all I can say about the tourism economic is hopefully we can survive in the current situation with income that can be maintained. And last, my name is Cecilia, so thank you.